My name's Luke, and I first came to Norwich as a student. So I found home at Proclaimers really early on. It was such an incredible place to be that I knew that this is where I wanted to be, where I wanted to call home. Before coming to university, I'd spent a whole year on a gap year, and I worked for my church and for another local church, and we kind of did kids clubs, we did assemblies and went into youth groups and stuff. I spent a whole year just completely committed to building the churches that I was a part of, and I think over that year we saw maybe one salvation. And then I stepped into Proclaimers, and that first week 5 people made a decision to follow Jesus. And I thought, wow, what a phenomenal week they must be having. They must be over the moon. But I didn't realize that happened every week. People were connecting with Jesus. And I just knew that this place was something so special. And for me, that is what church is. That is what church is all about. It is the vehicle for which we see people connecting with Jesus, seeing their lives completely transformed. God uses our church in such an incredible way to see people come into relationship with Him. And, as long as that's happening, then I'm all in on what is happening here. Shortly after coming to Proclaimers, I started to realize through things like the offering inspirations, and I think there was a series called The Year of Giving Dangerously, and Pastor Tom was talking about just the impact that our giving can have. Yeah, I'm quite a logical person, and it just kind of clicked with me that, church does need money, and the more money and the more resources that we have as a church, then the more that we can do. Heart for a House, I think ever since the first year that I was around, even though I was a student, it was something that I just really wanted to be involved in, because I knew that I could play a part in accelerating the growth of our church. As a student, there was definitely a limit to how much I could give, and I didn't have a whole lot of extra money, but I definitely wanted to be involved, and I gave what I could, and really kind of sacrificed to be a part of it. But I also realized that I could do so much more if I had more to give. And so that kind of sparked, I guess, this idea of being entrepreneurial and starting a business. I've kind of developed this dream to one day be able to give £1 million per year. I'm not sure how I'm going to get there yet, but I've been making plans of what do the next few years look like. I think I can get to 100,000, and then we're a tenth of the way there, and then who knows what else is in store beyond that. So I think it's really exciting to see what we're going to be spending Heart for a House on this year. And I think Church Online is not just for now, right? It's not just for this crazy season that we're in, but it's going to be a really key part of our church going forward. Pastor Tom said this is what Heart for a House was going to be long before COVID-19 was a thing that any of us had heard of. The impact that Church Online can have is that it's just so incredibly accessible. People that may not want to step foot in a building that's called church, but hey, they can just check out a YouTube video, and something in that they can see what we're like. That could be the step that they need before stepping into the building, or maybe even just through watching what we're doing online, we'll see hundreds of people finding a relationship with Jesus. Church has never been about a building. It's about people coming and connecting with Jesus, and whether they do that in a building or online, God can use anything and everything that He wants to, that He wills to, and I think it's really exciting that we can reach so far beyond the 4 walls that we usually meet in through what we can do online.